everybody, and welcome to my channel, Thrifting Adventures. If you are new to my channel, my name is Stephanie, and my channel is all about how to save money from thrifting and make money from thrifting. So today I am so excited because I am participating in a challenge hosted by the Antique Nomad, and the challenge is called Show Off Your Bunker Challenge. And I will link his channel down below, and you can also watch everybody else's videos that are participating in this challenge. So the challenge was to show somewhere in your house where you have a collection of items that you're not reselling, that you are keeping for yourself, that you cherish. And I wanted to show off my collection of gnomes. So my collection of gnomes have been around for about 4 or 5 years. I started collecting them about 5 years ago, and I collect a variety of gnomes. I just love all kinds of gnomes, from anywhere from the 1960s up until the early 2000s. And I'm so excited to show you my collection. One of my favorite gnome collections to collect is Tom Clark gnomes. And this is one of the first gnomes that I've collected that I got at an antique mall less than a year ago. Here is the behind. And a little history on Tom Clark. He named his gnomes wood spirits, and he got interested in sculpting gnomes back in 1979, where he looked at the cover art of a famous illustrated book called Gnomes from 1976, and that inspired him to start creating these beautiful gnomes that he called wood spirits. And what he wanted to do when he sculpted these little gnomes was to create a story with each gnome, just like kind of a Norman Rockwell painting created stories with all his pictures, not gnomes. So after Tom Clark sculpts his gnomes, he actually had a factory where he would send off his sculptures to around 100 employees, and then they would take the sculpted gnomes and they would, what would they do? They would take it to a nearby plant, and they would recreate the gnomes by painting them similar to how he painted them, with molds and stuff, just like he had created them, so they could sell them to the masses. So Tom Clark, he created hundreds of gnomes. He no longer creates them, but it was anywhere from the late 1970s, 80s, up until the early 2000s. And on each gnome, you'll see that he has signed his name, so that's how you know that is a Tom Clark gnome. And these are some of my favorites. Some of the other gnomes that I like to collect are probably the typical gnomes that you see that people would purchase and then they would hand paint these. This one is from 1982, and some people are so talented. I am not. I've tried hand painting gnomes before, and they never come out as good as some of these molds that people hand paint. And I just love the cute little cherub faces on these. And this one is a little girl gnome, and they're actually harder to find. There weren't as many of these. And another one that's hard to find are the larger ones. Usually you typically find the ones that are about 5 or 6 inches tall, and this one is quite large. And it has that cute round face. And I have a lot of them. I often find these at antique malls around the springtime, at Goodwill sometimes. I can usually purchase them anywhere from $3 to $8 each. And then a couple other gnomes that I don't really have a history on these is this ceramic gnome here. This was from a limited collection around the 1980s. It's called Gnomes of the World, and this is Scottish. It says it's a Scottish gnome. Over here is another ceramic gnome, and this one is a Norwegian design from 1995, hand painted. And it almost has a Santa Claus look to it. And these are not Tom Clark gnomes, but they definitely have a similar look, same kind of coloring. And it's just kind of a hard plastic material. And I thought these were really fun. They have a very fairy tale kind of folksy art look to them. And they are set. I found these at Goodwill for $7 each. And I just love all the details. And then this, it actually broke, but this was a sculpture that my friend's grandmother made probably more than 50 years ago. And I thought this is really cute. I've seen this before on eBay and Etsy, but it is actually a husband and wife gnome that's a musical box. And it was made in Korea. This is most likely from the late 1970s. And you just turn the knob below. And it slowly spins and plays a really cute tune. I love this one. I love when they have the couples together. And these are some more of the little ceramic, the plastered gnomes that people hand paint. I love his cute little smiley face. He looks so happy. So that is my gnome collection. I love collecting them. I don't usually collect the gnomes that you have outside. I usually like the gnomes that you display in the home. And yeah, that's a little peek inside my collection. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you can watch all the other videos of people's collections. And I hope you guys have a great day. All right, see you later. Bye.